My name's Ralph Wheeler, and I do some work for the Outreach Foundation. I'm an elder here at Westminster, and my wife and I have been members for about 7 years after we transferred our membership from Presbyterian Church in Houston, Texas, where we were for 23 years. I'm here to talk about two of my favorite places in the kingdom, and that is the Outreach Foundation and Westminster Presbyterian Church. The connection is deep. Westminster is a pillar in this community, as is First Presbyterian Church in the ministry of the Outreach Foundation. The ministry of the Outreach Foundation was a byproduct of in 1979, after the North and South Presbyterian Church, the Presbyterian Church separated into the North and South. And at the time, the leaders in the Presbyterian Church realized at that time that there was going to be some need, ranging from medium to profound need, to help Presbyterian churches return to the Great Commission as described in Acts 1 and 1:8. And so there, in the beginning, the Outreach Foundation was chartered to help churches reach out around the globe and have partnerships with churches around the globe. And as the Outreach Foundation has done that, there has been an outpouring of individual support, mostly from within the church. And so Westminster has been involved in a remarkable way. It's amazing to me how God has knitted us together. I don't know Guy's exact story, but I believe it started when he was a young man, Guy Griffith, and he felt a calling to be perhaps a mission pastor. And as we well know, he's an associate pastor with us now, but has a heart for missions, and has for many decades. And I believe Guy was perhaps invited first to travel with the Outreach Foundation to Mozambique. Guy brings back the story, as people often do when they travel with the Outreach Foundation, and we see Jesus in the hands and hearts and faces of the people in the countries where we have partnerships. And with that came, so many people here know about Nedson Zulu and Sever Banda. They've been here to the church a number of times. Nedson is deceased now, but the ministry that they led in Mozambique was something that captured the hearts of Guy, and then many more since then here in our church. The Outreach Foundation has 72 partners across the globe, in 33 countries on 5 continents. And Westminster has been involved and traveled. Members of Westminster have traveled to 13 of those 33 countries. Some are as close as Mexico, Haiti, or Cuba, and then as far away as Iraq and Pakistan and China. Guy most recently was teaching in Turkey with the Outreach Foundation. Guy is now trustee of the Outreach Foundation, as are some other saints in the church. Tom McDowell and Betsy Hunt. They have not only have they brought back the stories of how the outreach is partnering with churches around the globe, but they have also involved their families. The McDowell families had 3 generations that have traveled to Mozambique. The Hunt family, the entire Hunt family, Betsy and Jim, have taken their kids to Mozambique. We have 7 couples and families in the church who have traveled with the Outreach Foundation. Maybe start at the top with Beth and Donovan Drake, Don and Ann Scholze, the Hunts and the McDowells, as I have mentioned. The entire Douglas family has been to Mozambique more than one time. And then there are 26 other individuals who have traveled with the Outreach Foundation. Well, I think two remarkable ways that our church has been involved in global missions in partnership with the Outreach Foundation has been to travel to Haiti and to Mozambique more than one time. And some people have been captured so much so that they've done for many years now. Around Mother's Day, they have raised resources to equip Seber and her team to provide birthing kits. The mortality rate for infants and mothers is very, very high there. So by what we can provide are birthing kits. And the survival rate is improving because of our church's involvement. Been doing that for many years around Mother's Day. And then Beth Drake and her creativity and her broad resources of volunteers made pottery during the pandemic. And what they decided to do was to create awareness around the needs for clean water in Mozambique. And so they had a chili fundraising, fill your bowl that they made through Joy in Learning, and learn about the Outreach Foundation and the need for things like clean water through wells that Westminster has made possible through generous donations. So here we are, 150 years into the history of our church, and about 45 years into the history of the Outreach Foundation. It's a rich, beyond what any human can imagine what would be happening. And so we trust and pray for God's continued guidance and influence on our lives so that we can continue to serve one another and around the globe in Christ's name.